TV Sports presentation of our high school football game of the week as we kick off the 2025 season as the visiting Brockton Boxers, come in to Beaupre Field to take on the North Attleboro Red Rocketeers. Jared Ware and Anthony Peary welcome you in to the Bell's Powder Coating Family of Companies pregame show. 4 companies under the same umbrella, all built around quality products and great customer service. They promise to provide their customers with complete satisfaction on every order, large or small. For high-quality printing, custom signage, and metal finishing, everyone at Bell's is proud to support local sports coverage on North TV. Anthony, the last time we were together, we were at Gillette Stadium to watch North Attleboro clinch the Division III Super Bowl. A rout of Mansfield in what was a big moment for this program and head coach Mike Strachan. Now we're back here. It's a new roster, a lot of turnover on both sides of the ball. It's going to be interesting to see what this Red Rocketeers offense and defense looks like tonight.
Yeah, Jared, I mean, there's definitely some keys to victory for North Attleboro, coming off such a great year, 11 wins last year, great senior class, great senior leadership. They're coming in here with a whole new crop. So a couple returning guys, but we're going to get ready for the national anthem right now.
Located in the north end zone. And join the North Attleboro High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Patrick Marum for the playing of our national anthem.
Anthony was just mentioning before we went to the field for the national anthem that North is going to need a good game plan that hits all their keys. And if you're a small business, Strategia can help you out, lead you to success. And that starts with a winning game plan. And Strategia creates custom strategies to skyrocket your business to the top of the Google search. They will customize the perfect digital game plan for your business to help you dominate your competition. Strategia, the key to victory for your business's online presence. Anthony, what are the keys going to be tonight for North Attleboro to start this 25 season 1-0?
I think, number one, they got to win first down tonight, definitely. Number 2, control the trenches, okay? Win in the trenches. Number 3, attack their depth. Brockton doesn't have a lot of depth. They got a lot of two-way guys tonight. All their key players are two-way guys. I think they can wear on them in the second half. And then they got to eliminate Jared Mighty. He's their go-to guy. He's the guy that Brockton's going to be looking to get the ball to if North Attleboro can bracket him and contain them like they did with Mansfield's wide receiver in the Super Bowl, DiGeronimo. They're going to have success tonight. Number 5, they got to be special on special teams. Coach Strachan puts in a lot of time during the week on special teams. He cares about it every day. He's working on a different team. So if they can win there, they're going to be in good shape tonight.
Those keys to the game, once again, brought to you by Strategia. And if I'm right there with you, Anthony, if they can hit those 5 key points, it should be a good start to the year. But like you mentioned, there are going to be some dangerous threats tonight from the Boxers. Jared Mighty wearing number 6. I like the look of their quarterback, Marcio Samedo, in pregame as well. A dual threat. Looks like he's got a pretty good arm. Big frame, too. He's going to be a tough guy to tackle would be my imagination. Think about somebody who would be hard to tackle. And if you're looking out at the coin toss, you're seeing Corey Ruffino, no shoulder pads on, no pants on, no helmet. He's going to be out for the season, which is unfortunate. He was at the top of the running back depth chart for North Attleboro coming into the year, one of the senior captains. And that leaves a hole at the running back position. We know how much they graduated last year from the backfield. That was a tough preseason injury for North to swallow.
I can't say how disappointed I am. I feel so bad for Corey. He's worked so hard to get to this point, but he's a great leader. He's a great captain. There's a reason why he's a captain. He's going to do whatever he can, even though he's not playing, to help these seniors and help this team be successful tonight off the field.
Just moments away from the opening kick of the 2025 season here on the Education Channel. 7 p.m. Another area game will be on our community channel as King Philip will start their campaign against Walpole at MacTaz Field. That's another team that made the Super Bowl last year. They're now coming down from D2 to D3, and they will be here next Friday night. Beaupre Field, North versus KP. That is going to be another big one in this area. As North will kick off to start the contest. The deep men are Casey Rhodes and Jared Mighty. Cody Rhodes, my brother's a big wrestling fan. I've been spending too much time around him.
I'm looking forward to this team. I'm looking forward to seeing what players are going to pop after the loss of that great offensive line last year for North Attleboro. Ryan Bannon, obviously graduating, playing at Georgetown right now, had a great year, Hockomock Player of the Year. And, you lose a 4-year starter in Chase Frisoli, a dual-threat quarterback. Who's going to pop tonight for North Attleboro? There's a lot of room for that.
Nick Torres with a short kick, fielded by Devin Rincher. Rincher with a little bit of room across the 30 to the 32-yard line, and that's where we'll start our first drive. And we'll get a look at the Boxers' offense. Going to be led by Marcio Samedo. And you mentioned some of the guys graduating and playing. One of the reasons Ethan Hamilton not here tonight, Patrick Hamilton on the roster at Mass Maritime playing in the Chowder Bowl tonight against
Chowder Bowl.
Maritime College out of New York.
So
that's
great.
Big Friday night college
game
game
there. For the Hamilton
there.
family, that's going to be exciting.
Patrick on the depth chart on the defensive line. He was a two-way player last year for North Attleboro. Yep. That pass rush last year was great. We'll see what it looks like this year. Going to be anchored by big number 55, Nathan Rivera.
NA with one high look here.
Mighty goes in motion. He gets the jet sweep, trying to turn the corner, and he's going to lose a couple back to the 29-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 3.
You look at what Brockton's going to do. I think they're going to try to spread North Attleboro horizontally tonight, stretch them, and then when they get their shots, they're going to look to stretch them vertically down the field. I saw a lot of air raid type plays in the scrimmages that they ran so far, and against some familiar foes, against Attleboro last year, some other teams. So this is a second-year head coach. He's a brand-new head coach for Brockton. He's in a rebuilding mode, so it'll be interesting to see what they do tonight.
They were 4-4 last season. They did make the Division I state tournament. They lost in the first round to eventual champion Zavarian Brothers 41-6. Another area connection as Zavarian will open up their season against Bishop Feehan, which should be one of the games of the weekend here in Massachusetts. Samedo's going to hand it off to Rhodes off the right side, and Rhodes is dragged down by Frankie Strachan. Gets back to the 29 for no gain. It's 3rd down and 13.
Senior captain Frankie Strachan playing the inside linebacker position, scraping, making that play. That's a good job getting to the football right there. There's going to be some keys to victory for Brockton tonight, too, if they're going to want this win. They got to win the battle in the trenches tonight. They got to stop the run first, okay? They got to pressure the new quarterback, Brousseau, tonight. Brousseau's a first-year quarterback, hasn't had much varsity experience yet, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. They're going to have to force some turnovers tonight, okay? And lastly, be prepared for a marathon tonight.
And Rhodes is down, getting looked at by the training staff. That was not quite a horse collar tackle because I don't think Strachan was inside the back of the shoulder pads, but did drag him down from behind. And that is one of the most dangerous tackles in the game. And they're looking at the left ankle of Rhodes, which you hope it's just a sprain. I think he'd be in a lot more agony if it was something more than that. But an early injury for the starting running back for Brockton.
Yeah.
A man just listed at 5'3", 130. Not putting any weight on the left ankle, but he's up on his right foot, and he's going to hop his way to the sideline.
Oh, it's still a good sign, though. He's up.
Impressive start for the run defense of North Attleboro. 2 carries, -3 yards.
Yeah, I got 3rd and long already.
How about 79, Drew Custodio, 6'4", 275.
Yeah.
Anchoring the left side of that defensive line. There's still some bulk on this North Attleboro defense, at least if this first drive shown us anything.
Yeah, between Rivera, Custodio, you saw a lot of Okie-type looks last year, a lot of 3-man fronts, 8 guys back. It'll be interesting to see if they do that again tonight. I think they're going to be in that type of scheme tonight.
Semedo looking over the middle for the tunnel screen intended for Mighty and incomplete. So it looks like a 3-and-out for the Boxers to start the 25 season. Trying to challenge the run defense of North and then trying to just soften them up with a high percentage tunnel screen. Gets nothing. And the punt team is on. Back deep is Daniel Da Silva. And he'll punt it in the direction of a player who I think is going to have a big season, number 10, Nathaniel Robin, and Ryan Gustafson also back there wearing number 2.
Yeah, I agree. I think Robin's going to be right up there getting the bulk of the carries, along with Frankie Strachan, obviously. And if I had to guess, I would say some QB run with Brousseau. So
2 deep men stand at the 45. Looping snap. Da Silva punts it in the direction of Robin, and he's going to call for the fair catch. A little bit of a dangerous grab, but he has it at what looks like the 40-yard line is where the tip of the football will be. So 4th and 10 from the 40.
A lot of new players here, so I'm going to try to get as many numbers as we can here, Jared.
It's one of the fun parts of the early stages of the season, getting familiar with everybody. And we're going to have to get familiar with the new quarterback, Dylan Brousseau, wearing number 4. I believe he was 34 last season on the depth chart behind Chase Frizzoli, who obviously matriculated through the halls here at Wilson Whitty Way. And Nathaniel Robin will split out to the wide side of the formation. Frankie Strachan, the I-back, he had a big Super Bowl against Mansfield, really closed that game out between the tackles. Motion man is Ryan Thompson. They're going to pitch it to Strachan. Nice kick out block there. Strachan rumbling across midfield, and he's going to get dragged down at the 40. It's a pickup of 20 on the carry.
Nice play design there. A little trade. Got some movement, in the formation. They went back to the boundary with the toss sweep. With some good lead blocking out there on the side, on the perimeter there. It was a nice little play to start things off to Frankie. Get him going. Get him running downhill.
First time either team has been in the opposing team's territory. Not quite a full house backfield out of the gun. Split man is Robin to the short side of the field, and now they're going to shift under center. I feel like these 2 tight ends are going to be dangerous for North this season. Number 8, number 9, Ryan Thompson and Connor Casey. Strachan in his gut off the left side, lowers his shoulder across the 45, still churning his way down to about the 32-yard line. That's a pickup of 8 for Strachan, 2nd down and 2.
Those are 2 weapons, those 2 tight ends that you can utilize in the pass game if they need to, especially off the play fake. If North Attleboro can establish the run and then get those guys going off the play fake, that's a big catalyst for this offense. And the other nice thing about his running double tight is they're balanced. I mean, Brockton's going to have a hard time deciphering which way the play is going because they're balanced offensively.
2 carries, 28 yards. You're averaging 14 a pop right now if you're North Attleboro. This is reminiscent of last season when they had Ryan Bannon and the rest of that supporting cast back there. Thompson goes in motion. Now he shifts back to the strong side. Brousseau designed quarterback keep off the right side. Brousseau's going to pick up the first down and lower his shoulder to the 26-yard line.
That was that formation that they ran a lot of in the Super Bowl and against Reading at Assabet, that sidebar truck formation. That's a great little formation to run behind for Brousseau. Get some big bodies in front of him.
That's another 6-yard pickup.
Let's look at this line here. We got Rivera playing left tackle. Nate Rivera, senior captain.
Looks like Cam Villalpando next to him playing left guard. Chase Farrow is the center, wearing number 57.
Villalpando's a junior?
Toss to Strachan. Fancy footwork inside the 20. Still rumbling inside the 10 to about the 13-yard line. Another 1st down and 10 for North Attleboro coming up.
Yeah, that's huge, Frankie. He's tough to bring down, man. Brockton's going to have to get multiple guys to the point of attack to bring him down. One person isn't going to tackle Frankie.
Light on his feet to make that first man miss. And I'm sure a couple weeks ago when they found out Rafino was going to be out for the year, a significant game plan shift occurred for North, and they're going to have to get Strachan more touches than I think they anticipated.
Yeah.
We'll see a lot of QB runs for Brousseau, and then I think Nathaniel Robin will probably be somewhere either second or third in the pecking order.
Sophomore center right now, number 57, Chase Farrow.
Trevor Oldmixon's playing right guard as they give Nathaniel Robin his first touch of the game, and Robin is in for the first score of the 25 season, 13-yard touchdown run. Nathaniel Robin.
Yeah, he's a weapon. He's a weapon in the pass game. He's a weapon in space. They got to get him the ball.
Hopefully, KP color commentator Del Malloy is tuning into North TV as
nice little playoff tackle.
Nathaniel is his nephew or great nephew. Torres, the PAT is up, and the PAT is good. 7-0 North Attleboro leading Brockton.
Yep, good
That's
start
a
from that end.
5-play drive that covered 60 yards, all of it on the ground, resulting in a Robin 13-yard touchdown run.
You mentioned Old Mixon. He's another sophomore. We got a couple sophomores on this offensive line for North Attleboro. Trevor Old Mixon, sophomore, number 68,
and
along with Farrow.
The right tackle is Sean Cornell.
Cornell. Yeah, he's a senior. Cornell's a senior, getting his chance this year to start and have a great year for North Attleboro. And then they got those two weapons at tight end. I mean, that's, talk about reloading. Most important part of that offense is that offensive line and how they play and gel together and play together as a unit. And they got a great O-line coach and Coach Comer, so it'll be interesting to see how they progress during the year.
As that short kick is covered up on the turf by Emmanuel Nkrumah. Across the 30 to the 31 is where the possession will start for Brockton.
I mean, talk about some big guys tonight. I mean, Brockton, number 79, Keshadas Petway, 6'5", okay?
Big boy.
High 3 bills. He's got D1 size. Let's just see if he gets any push tonight.
Surprised they haven't got any targets yet for Nathan Jean-Philippe. I know they've only had 3 plays, but a 6'4", 240 tight end looks like he can move as well. That's a tough matchup for some of these linebackers.
Yeah.
Quentin Montero in the backfield after the injury to Casey Rhodes.
Another 6'5", at 74, Darren Hibbert. 6'5". These guys are close to 400 pounds. I mean, you got options if you're Brockton. You want to lean on the guys you have, but like I said, a lot of these guys are playing both ways, so it'll be interesting to see how they hold up in the second half.
7:05 left in the first quarter, and we're moving back 5. As we've got a false start called on Brockton. Actually, 12 men in the huddle. So rather than starting at the 29, they're going to start on the 26-yard line. Ball's on the turf.
So Semato's the quarterback. I think he was the guy that Annie was kind of pretty much mostly worried about besides Mighty this week. Everything kind of centers around him. He's the powerhouse of this offense. Everything moves through him. He got a lot of playing time last year. He started last year for them, so he's got the experience. Let's see if he settles in. He plays with moxie and grit, so I'd like to see if he settles in tonight.
Second down and long coming up after the fumbled snap. So a penalty and a fumbled snap, not what you're looking for as it's second down and 15. And another pre-snap penalty. Looks like a false start, and you were going to have second down and 20. And this has been a not ideal start for Brockton. A 3-and-out, now 2 penalties and a fumble.
Yeah. I think they look like they're thinking too much out there right now. They just got to play. Keep it simple.
And a timeout going to be used by Brockton after the fumble and the penalty. And I think that's a smart decision, Anthony. You get the guys over to the sideline, just try to settle everyone in a little bit. This has been a little bit of a sucker punch start from North Attleboro. 3-and-out, 60-yard drive and a score, and now you're moving backwards if you're the Boxers.
Yeah.
-4 total yards of offense right now for Brockton. More penalty yards than total yards. Not good. Not good. Football spotted all the way back at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, North Attleboro couldn't have asked for a better start to start this 25 campaign. They're going to get great field position here, too, if they can hold them.
Second down, 21 yards to go.
Oh, and they jumped again out of.
So I think what's happening is NA is stemming their defensive line. They're moving them. They're going from a 4-man front to an even to an odd front, and it's screwing Brockton up on the O-line. They don't know what to do. I mean, they're jumping. They see NA jump, so they jump, and I think that's what's going on here.
And we'll go back to the 15-yard line. They need to get to the 41-yard line to pick up a first down.
Yeah.
And it is second down. It's been a while since we've seen a snap.
I mean, that's just good coaching by Coach Strachan. I mean, he's throwing some wrinkles at them that they haven't seen probably a lot of. I mean, not many people are stemming their D-lines like that. They did that all last season, too. There they go again.
Offensive line able to hold their water. Semedo, play action. Comes off of his primary read, going towards the Brockton sideline, and that is complete. Able to find Malik Dorville across the 20 to the 21.
You know, not as much yards as he wants, but what I liked about that play is it was impressive for Semedo he had his primary target, noticed he was covered, stayed in the pocket, and still threw a good ball out to the sideline. You don't see a lot of high school quarterbacks doing that. He stayed with one guy, came off of him, and threw it to his secondary receiver, I should say, and still made a completion.
So it's a gain of 7. It will be third down and 18. Brockton needs to get to the 41. Football spotted at the 22. Play action again. Semedo looking over the middle and looking for Dorville again, who has it across the 30 to the 31. Does get back to the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be fourth down and 10, and the punt team on once again.
I think that was Mighty there. Mighty made that catch. Little crossing route.
That was number 6.
They needed that on first or second down, but they got a little bit. At least they got about half back. So
they do get the football back to the 31.
You got to get a good play on specials here, and maybe it's going to be hard. North Attleboro's going to break the 50. Should at least.
That was a 9-yard completion. Fire call, and it will bounce to the 39-yard line.
Number 2. You get number.
So North has started at the 40-yard line and the 39-yard line in 2 drives.
Gustafson, yeah. Gustafson's number 2, and Robin. Those are the deep guys. Gustafson's a junior. Single back look. Twins to the right.
They're going to go toss sweep to Strachan off the right side. Has plenty of room. He's got the first down across midfield to the 49. Gain of 12 for Strachan, and the chains are moving once again on the ground.
Yep. Toss sweep to the boundary, to the Twins side. We're getting good perimeter blocking out there with the wideouts and the tight ends. They're flexing those guys out, and they're getting good blocks on the corners and the overhangs for Brockton. That's huge. You seal those guys, and you got running lanes.
This looks and feels a lot like last season. North running the football right down their opponent's throat. Very similar to what the Super Bowl looked like. Inside handoff to Robin, misdirection. Robin's got a first down. Tackled in the open field by Jared Mighty.
Little counter action. I like the toss counter. Take the toss one way, run the counter underneath, back the other way. Pull 2 guys. Look like number 9, Connor Casey on the pull, trying to get out in front there.
So the bulk of the carries going to Strachan. Brousseau has 1 carry. Robin with 2. Robin over 20 yards on the ground, including a touchdown. Shifting the tight end, Connor Casey, to the wide side of the field. Stacked behind with the H-back, Ryan Thompson, who's going to shift off to the left side. They're going to go that way with Strachan. And a nice tackle there in the open field. Back to the line of scrimmage. Actually fell forwards for 2 yards at Strachan. 2nd down and 8. That was Xavier Cologne making the tackle. Shortest carry of the game for North. Three plays, 3 carries on this drive. 8 plays so far in the game. 8 of them runs, Anthony. It is clear what North is going to do this season. Shifting Thompson pre-snap. Brousseau, design keeper, breaks the first tackle. Brousseau weaving through traffic and dives down near the line of gain. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like they have him a yard short at the Brockton 28-yard line.
I like how he's running so far. He's shifty. He's elusive, tough to tackle. And he's got some great blocking up front going on. I like that zigzag motion, and they're inserting that motion man into the point. And Brousseau's just following him. Makes it more difficult with double tight, so now they're balanced.
Pretty sharp start for North Attleboro and a level of sophistication on both sides of the ball with the pre-snap motions on offense and then shifting and stemming that defensive line. Again, for how new a lot of these players are, or how inexperienced they are on Friday nights, looking good so far as they're going to go off the left side. Robin trying to break a tackle. He's got the first down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line as he was dragged down by Dravon McNeil.
That time we had number 44 playing tight end left side to the boundary. Joseph Ruggiero, sophomore, with a great down block. Casey, again with another down block to kind of lead that effort right there. Good job up front by North Attleboro.
10-yard pickup as we're going to tick down to the 60-second mark left in the first quarter. North trying to complete a second straight 60-plus yard drive. So far, all of it on the ground. There's no need to throw the football the way they've been running it.
Casey and Goyette now. Counter back.
Inside give to Robin. Robin looking for pay dirt, and that's his second of the game from 18 yards out.
Yeah. Nice play. Again, faking that toss action. Toss action left. Robin coming underneath to the right. Let's look at the pulling linemen. Yes. Rivera and Casey. We're going tackle and tight end pull. The front side of the line is blocking down. Rivera's got the kick out. Casey's got the wrap. Robin knows the read. And next thing he's doing, he's scoring a touchdown, which is good stuff right there. That's all repetition.
61 rush yards on that drive. No pass yards for North. None needed. The PAT up and good. It is 14-0 North Attleboro. Very, very sharp stuff here, and seeing a pretty complex offensive scheme from North, and they're able to run the football right now at will as Nathaniel Robin, just a sophomore. I said it last year, thought he was going to be a big piece for this program over the next couple of seasons. 2 touchdowns to start the 2025 season so far.
And we saw some glimpses of it last year. I mean, some limited glimpses. I still remember that kickoff return. He almost broke it. Remember, we were like, whoa.
You could tell he was a freshman because he had shoulder pads that were 4 sizes too big that were flopping around all over the place while he was running.
Yeah.
A little farther up the pecking order this year into the equipment room earlier as Torres will drill that kick short, and giving himself up again is Nkrumah. And the starting field position will be at the 27-yard line. Not a whole lot of time left in the first quarter. Third time we'll see Semedo in the offense for Brockton.
Nathaniel Robbins' dad was a guard back in the day, 92 team. He played on the 92 team, the Miracle in the Mud team. He was a right guard. It's good to see his son playing running back and not, in a different position. Yeah. You know what I mean?
One, maybe 2 plays left in the quarter. We'll see if Brockton dials up an early pass play. They look pretty good on 2nd and 3rd down through the air. And they're down to their 2nd running back. I formation, dot back is Quentin Montero. They're going to give it to Montero off the right side, and he's going to power forwards for a pickup of 2 to the 30-yard line. Tackle made by Trevor Oldmixon.
Montero, running back, D-back. Didn't give the year.
So out to the 30-yard line. 5 seconds and counting left in quarter number 1. It has been all North Attleboro in this one. 121 rush yards, 2 scores, 2 PATs. North Attleboro, 15 minutes into the season, leading 14-0 as you've got live coverage here on North TV. We'll be back with quarter 2 in just a moment.
Bell's is an industry leader in electrostatic powder coating, a process that is environmentally green. Turning out 50 to 100,000 pieces per week, Bell's is one of the area's top companies. They're proud of their on-time delivery and quick turnaround. No job is too large, no job is too small, and their quality is second to none. Bell's Powder Coating, North Attleboro.
Hi, I'm Josh Paradise of Wealthbridge Legacy Partners, and here are some keys to winning financial planning. On offense, meet with an advisor to develop a solid financial game plan for accumulation in the first half, as well as income during your financial playoffs and retirement. On defense, huddle up with your advisor to review your insurance coverages and determine what strategies you can take advantage of to reduce taxes and keep more of your assets working for your team. Wealthbridge Legacy Partners, proud supporters of local athletics.
Ready to start the second quarter. 2nd down and 8 coming out of the change of ends. Brockton at the 30-yard line. First half brought to you by Asians Garage. Asians has been delivering dependable automotive maintenance, towing, and state inspection services in North Attleboro since 1919. As a local family-owned business, Asians understands the importance of trust and reliability when it comes to taking care of your vehicles, and they offer comprehensive services tailored to meet your family's needs. As there's a run off the right side, gain of a couple. Did I see a penalty flag here on the near side? The carries to the 32-yard line. Pickup of 3.
And ain't looking in.
Yeah, so no penalty there. My bad.
4-2-5 look on defense there for North Attleboro. 2 high safeties. Brockton's still looking to establish the run game.
Illegal procedure for Brockton, so another penalty.
Ugh. Shooting themselves in the foot now.
So we'll go back to, they'll knock off 5 yards from the carry, so back to the 25-yard line.
You know, you get so many guys going both ways for Brockton. These kinds of mental mistakes can happen. 5-6 a year ago. Storied program in Massachusetts. 11 state titles for Brockton over the years. They had some great teams in the 80s and 90s, man.
So back to the 25-yard line. Second down. Defensive line feeling like they can pin their ears back. Third penalty of the game for the Boxers. Play action for Semedo. Max protect. Tucks it down. Breaks a tackle. Semedo's first carry of the game. And he gets drilled by Strachan at the 35-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 10.
Frankie really worked hard this offseason. I heard a lot of good praise about their strength coaches, Coach Hughes, Coach Strachan, Coach Cummins. They're real happy with how the players were working out this season, getting stronger. Had a lot of guys showing up for off-season workouts. Frankie looks like he trimmed down some. He looks faster this season.
3rd down and 4 for Brockton.
It looks good.
Obviously not an ideal start for the Boxers, but Marcio Semedo, the junior quarterback, he's looked good for the visitors.
Yep.
16 passing yards to go along with that 10-yard carry there on second down. North showing blitz from the second level. They're going to come right up the A-gaps. Semedo hangs in and throws it behind the intended target, Derek Exilis,
Kid's a good-sized kid. Throws a good ball. He's got a quick release. I mean, he can hurt you. There's no doubt about it. You got to be careful of him.
It's incomplete, and it's 4th down and short. And the punt team on for the Boxers.
I mean, we're looking at new players all over the field, not just up front, but even in the defensive secondary for North Attleboro. You lose guys like Lucas Crovo, Bryce Kaiser. I mean, these guys are getting their first varsity experience, a lot of them. These kids. Oh,
and it's over the head of De Silva, and the mental mistakes continue for Brockton. Able to get it away, and actually a pretty nice punt, and it takes a Boxer's bounce inside the 30.
That worked out.
And we'll roll to the 20-yard line. Well, not how you draw it up, but not bad. Flip the field.
A little luck go their way there.
So 10 yards of total offense on that drive from Brockton. 15 yards on the ground, even though they had to count the 5-yard penalty for the 10-yard total. And North will take over for their drive. And this is the worst starting field position of the game for North Attleboro, actually at the 21-yard line.
Goyette and Casey at tight end right now, both seniors.
Lone backfield for Strachan. Gets the toss from Brousseau off the right side. Strachan going to turn the corner, lowers his shoulder. He's out to across the 25 to the 26. Pickup of 5.
So there's an interesting piece too. Now, Ryan Thompson as a lead back, senior, number 8, 6'3", 215. Okay, played tight end last year. Now they got him in the backfield as a lead blocker. I like that for Frankie. And he's athletic enough where you might want to give him a carry or two from time to time, or get him out in the pass game. He's got good hands. So between Casey and Thompson, you got some more weapons there to use.
Timeout used with 9:27 left in the second quarter. It has been all on the ground for North Attleboro, over 120 yards on the turf. It's now 126 after that 5-yard pickup. Again, KP will be in town next week for the Red Rocketeers. It's been a while since we've seen those two teams go at it. Then North Attleboro will be on the road for one of the few times in the first month of the year. They'll be traveling to Taunton on the 19th. Then they're back home against Oliver Ames. They travel to Kent and then home against Stoughton. On the road against Stoughton for 2 straight weeks, and then home against Mansfield, Foxborough, and then we'll be on the road on Thanksgiving. And then there's obviously a handful of games in between, whether those are playoff dates or non-playoff regular season games. As Strachan has another first down, runs through the tackle of McNeil as he's across the 40, or they're going to spot him right at the 40-yard line.
It was a nice play design. They motion, they trade Casey to the boundary, so now they're in an unbalanced look. 4 down linemen to the right. They run the other way with Frankie.
20 yards on the drive for Strachan on the ground. Division III, it's going to be a much tougher postseason if North can get there with some of the teams that have come down from Division II. King Philip and Marshfield, who North scrimmaged a couple weeks ago, both coming down from D2 to Division III. That's a handful of Super Bowl appearances between those two programs over the last couple years in Division II. Brousseau going to hand it into the gut of Strachan. Strachan runs through another tackle right to midfield.
Brockton right now, they're playing a 4-4 with 3 deep. They got 8 in the box. They're just trying to get some momentum here to stop this run game. And they're having a hard time doing it with just 8 guys inside 5 yards of the line of scrimmage now. North Attleboro still able to lean on them.
You would not know they are playing 8 in the box the way North is moving the football on the ground. Runs of 4 yards, 15 yards, and 10 yards on this drive, all by Strachan.
Strachan out for a play now.
Got to imagine this is going to either Robin or Brousseau.
Yeah, that's what I would. Yeah.
Do they open up the pass game a little bit here now that they've clearly established they can run the football?
And Zachary Brenton in there, 27, senior. They got him as the single back, the dot back right now.
Robin in motion. They're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Cuts up into Brockton territory, and a penalty there. That was a tackle that was led with the helmet after the 4-yard pickup.
This little end around there. I like the play design. They fake to Breton on the dive off tackle and then hand it off on the outside to Robin. That's a win every time. I mean, Brockton did a pretty good job there trying to contain that.
Believe that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
You know, those are the kind of plays you want to get Nathaniel the ball.
Unnecessary roughness, so that'll move the football from the 47-yard line to the 32-yard line. So 15 penalty yards on offense for Brockton, 15 penalty yards on defense for the Boxers.
How many penalties total did you say for Brockton?
4. 3 on offense, 1 on defense now.
I thought there was more than that.
A fumble, a snap over the head of the punter. Though the fumble was recovered and the snap over the head of the punter actually resulted in a pretty good punt. Full house backfield for North Attleboro. Brousseau in the shotgun. Breton goes in motion. Brousseau, he's going to fall behind 3 blockers, and he's going to dive forwards across the 30 to the 29, pickup of 3. Tackle made by
Jean-Philippe.
John Philippe makes the tackle.
Yeah, he's a good look. He's 6'4", 240. Junior. Good-looking kid there. Good size. Brockton's still 4-4, 8 in the box. They're not worried about pass at all right now, obviously.
No need to.
No.
2nd down and 7 from the 29. Thompson and Casey, pre-snap motion again. Even more motion as they're going to move into kind of a wham look there. Pickup of 1 as there's 3 boxers in the backfield as Robert Moyes was the first one who came up from the pile. So a pickup of just 1 for Strachan. 3rd down and 6.
Yeah.
Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Will we see the first pass attempt of the game? The way they've been running the ball, though, you could run it here for 3 or 4 and then go for it on 4th down. You're in that gray area. Not sure the leg that Torres has on a field goal attempt. And a timeout going to be used by Coach Strachan. Stops the clock at 5:38 left in the first half. Stay with us. We've got the Wealthbridge Legacy Partners halftime show performance from the band, cheerleaders, and a breakdown of a first half that has been dominated by the Red Rocketeers. 3 possessions looking to cash in for the 3rd time. 2 touchdowns for Nathaniel Robin.
I mean, you wouldn't know it, but if North Attleboro did have to pass the ball, and it's not going to be, they're going to have to eventually. They're going to be going up against teams that are going to be, they have a little bit more fight up front right now, and they may not be able to run the ball as well. It'd be interesting to see what happens next week with KP, but they do have guys that can catch the ball with good hands. I mean, Thompson, Casey, Frankie Strachan's got great hands. I mean, these kids can all make plays in the pass game if they choose to do that. You wouldn't think it sometimes because, we don't see a lot of pass.
Yeah.
But
3rd down and 6 for North. Strachan the deep man. Brousseau is in a step under center.
Oh.
And a neutral zone infraction, another penalty. That was Michael Myers.
Nice job with the snap count there going on, 2, 3, changing it up. Brockton being undisciplined up front. These kinds of things. First game of the year, Jared, you're going to get these jitters. You're going to have kids making mistakes. I mean, they'll settle in eventually.
So a neutral zone infraction is going to move the football to the 23-yard line. And all of a sudden, it's 3rd down and 1. 20 penalty yards on the drive. 33 yards on the ground for North Attleboro.
Goyette now in the backfield.
Goyette wearing 45 today, listed on the roster as 69. It's going to be Brousseau.
Oh, wow.
Student body left. Brousseau breaking tackles, making players miss, and Brousseau is in from 23 yards out. 3rd touchdown of the game for North Attleboro. The first as a starting QB for Dylan Brousseau.
I was watching Goyette on that play. They used him in zigzag motion, as you can see. I mean, you can look at the leg drive on this block right now. I could see him making, kind of replicating what Clemente did last year, especially with these multiple backs in the backfield and these truck and sidebar formations. I mean, he's got the strength and the power as a senior to get some movement up front, and he's a good guy to run behind.
So 60 total, or a 79-yard run aided by 2 penalties. The rest of it on the ground from North Attleboro. And it has been all North Attleboro as you see Brousseau going in for the score from 23 yards out. Impressive stuff.
You know, Brockton's down. They were down. One of their best running backs was out too. He got hurt. So it's sort of like, you know, with Ruffino, they're kind of both in similar situations that happened this offseason, both teams.
0 pass attempts for North Attleboro. They're up 21-0. Brockton, a little return here across the 25, and the football will be spotted at the 30-yard line. Fourth time we've seen the offense for the Boxers. Semedo 2 for 4 through the air. Has not been a lot of offense, though, for the Boxers. Just barely into positive yards now at this point. Got them at 11 total yards by my count. It's amounted to no first downs as Semedo will stand back in the shotgun. He's going to hand it to Montero, and Montero does get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
Brockton staying with the run game. I mean, at some point you got to start stretching them vertically. They tried a little split zone action there. Sent the back across to get the end man on the line of scrimmage. Everybody else was reaching right, and he's looking for a cutback lane.
I'm right there with you, Anthony. You're playing right into North Attleboro's hands, down 3 scores. You keep running the ball, this game is going to be over pretty quick.
I'd be trying to test these D-backs out right now if I'm Brockton.
Semedo, quick swing. Mighty's going to make one man miss, and he's tackled after picking up 2 to the 32-yard line. Haven't called Mighty's name much today.
Yeah. Those are good plays to get him the ball, though. You want to get him in space. You want to get those now screens, fast screens, tunnel screens to him. Hopefully get some good blocking on the perimeter and make him make guys miss. He's an elusive player. He's the guy you got to get the ball to.
Semedo trying to direct traffic here pre-snap. Have to get the offensive line here pretty quickly. Keeping an eye on the back judge when his hand goes up. That means there's 10 seconds on the play clock. Hasn't gone up yet, so time for Semedo to get this one off. Now it's up, 10 on the play clock. Semedo over the middle, a bullet, and finds his intended target, completed to Malik Dorville. Has the first down. First down of the game, as the ball's going to be spotted at the 43-yard line.
Nice play right there. Nice catch by Malik. He's a junior wideout.
That's an 11-yard pickup.
He's at the top of the formation.
Second catch of the game for Dorville. Semedo's 4 for 6 through the air.
Yeah, he stays in there. He's not afraid to take a hit. He's got a quick release. He's got a make all the throws. I mean,
really bulleted that one in there. Semedo out of the gun again towards the Brockton sideline, and late getting the head around, nearly intercepted.
Brent, that was Zachary Breton, almost had that pick.
Was looking for Dorville again.
Oh.
Second down and 10. Maybe trusting the arm a little too much there, trying to fit the ball into a window that didn't really exist.
Yeah. Marty Rogers in the game, number 3, senior.
Kenny Jean, he's going to be matched up on the near sideline with Dorville, who's been a major target for Semedo. Semedo under pressure, spinning, evades one tackler and tosses it right into the mix section of Ryan Thompson. And Ryan Thompson will return it for a score.
That's what happens. You get good pressure on the quarterback right now. He's going to make mistakes. Nice job by Frankie. Great job by Thompson. Just in the right place at the right time.
27-0 with 2:44 left in the half, and there is some laundry on the field. Penalty flag on the near sideline, and nice job initially by Semedo to avoid the pressure that was being put on by Connor Casey, but again, it's Casey and Thompson. I think we're going to hear those two guys named in succession a lot this season.
Oh, definitely. They're like twins out there. Similar sizes, similar positions. They both can do pretty much the same thing. Thompson a little bit more, could be used more as a ball carrier than Casey.
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the score from North Attleboro.
Yeah, a little spike after the touchdown. That'll do it. But, North Attleboro changing it up, running some different stunts, smokes, and blitzes. I mean, run a little twist up front like that, they can get pressure in there, and that's how you can make mistakes.
I don't know how much Brockton had coming back from last year to this year, but this was a 4-4 playoff team last year in Division I. And nobody really knew what North Attleboro was going to bring to the table here in Week 1. It has looked very similar to last year. I know you showed me a text message from the North coaching staff that they thought the offensive line had a chance to be pretty good this year, but big shoes to fill across the board. But through half of a game here in the 25 season, the O-line looks good, the running game looks good, and it was enough to power them, obviously, to a state championship last year.
I mean, the only guys that got sufficient real time on that offensive line last year was obviously Nathan Rivera, senior captain. He's getting looks,
who
college
we heard
looks already.
Nothing but good things about his offseason and summer.
Yeah, he's going to have a great year for North Attleboro this year. And then, Connor Casey. Connor Casey on the offensive line played a ton last year. So you got a couple sophomores now that are trying to fit into that mix with Old Mixon and, and Ferro. Custodio's a good-sized kid. He's a junior, 6'4", 275. I mean,
you can't draw big conclusions from one half to start the year or from one game even, and next week will really give everybody in the area a good sense of where this program and where KP are at. But
yeah,
you give this coaching staff a lot of credit the way that North has looked. No mistakes. Yeah. No mental mistakes, no penalties. It's been a sharp first half.
Well, the other nice thing about next week's matchup, and I hate looking, I don't want to say, it's 28-0, but, are they going to be able to pound the rock next week like they are this week?
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. But what does that mean now for their pass game?
Yep.
And how's that going to affect Dylan Brousseau? So, that's going to be obviously something that they prepare for this week. They're going to have to have more of an offensive pass game schemed up for next week. There's no doubt about that, especially off the play fake. And maybe a little bit more spread sets with 2x2, 3x1 sets for North Attleboro, which is what I'd like to see.
I mean, we can almost count on one or two hands how many pass plays we've seen in the last year and change now coming into the second season. It's been a run-heavy program, and we've probably only seen one wide receiver or two wide receivers in the formation total. A little bit of Nathaniel Robin and a little bit of Ryan Gustafson out there.
I like what they're doing up front offensively, though, especially with the Goyette kid, just finding the different puzzle pieces and how they work.
This is Burke, and Burke is going to get chopped down at the 25-yard line.
Those two pieces is Goyette moving to the backfield, helping out with the lead blocking, and then Ryan Thompson as well being in the backfield. I mean, those are nice puzzle pieces to have.
Ball going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. Got to have a short memory if you're Marcio Semedo. Right now, 4 for 8 with an interception. Been one of the few bright spots tonight, even though that turnover was just trying to do a little too much. Nearly threw an interception a couple plays before that.
Let's talk a little about this secondary for North Attleboro. Kenny Jean, 26, number 26. He's a junior, 5'9", 165. I think he's playing a perfect position, cornerback. I think they got him in the right place.
Milo House playing safety. Gustafson, a wide receiver. As they've got bracketed coverage at the bottom of your screen, they're going to try to run it up the middle. And this will be one of the few positive pickups on the ground as Montero picks up 2.
Milo House playing free safety. He's a sophomore. He's getting his first varsity experience now. Keep your eye on him moving forward.
It's been tough sledding on the ground for Brockton. I believe, if I remember correctly, there were 10 returners on the defense from 2023 to 2024. It means there's a lot of new faces from 24 to 25. Frankie Strachan, obviously, the most experience alongside Nathan Rivera.
Gustafson, number 2, playing the other corner. He's a junior. So 2 juniors and a sophomore between corners and safety for North Attleboro.
Look at this at the bottom of your screen. They're double teaming Jared. Oh, no, Breton didn't come over. Now he is going to come over to Mighty. Breton and Gustafson matched up.
That's a good look right there defensively, taking him out.
Semedo with the quarterback keeper around the end, takes it across the 30 to the 31. That's going to be a pickup of 3.
Between Breton and Gustafson bracketing Mighty, trying to take him out of the game, which they've been able to do so far. That's a credit to the North Attleboro coaching staff.
3rd down and 5, one of the more manageable 3rd down distances for the Boxers. They've got 67 seconds in counting to try to convert something on this drive in front of what has grown into a pretty nice home crowd here to open up the season. These first 2-3 weeks of the year are pretty perfect weather-wise to come out and watch a football game on Friday night. Love these 6 p.m. starts as well. Again, stick around for the Wealthbridge Legacy Partners halftime show. Semedo, pocket collapsing, flushed out to his right. He's going to look over the near sideline, had Montero open. And it's now 4th down.
Got Robin and Brenton playing the 2 overhand positions, doing a great job. Zachary, he's really working hard right now, staying on Mighty, number 6, wherever he goes. And then you get the help over the top, which is huge. They couldn't have drew that up any better. I love what they're doing with that kid.
De Silva, low snap, able to get a bullet punt away. Picked off the turf by Gustafson. That was dangerous.
Yeah.
And he'll start in North Attleboro field position, Brockton side of the 50 at the 49-yard line.
Looked like it almost hit the turf, Jared. Yeah. That was a very athletic catch right there. Most kids would have let that one go.
So starting in plus field position again at the 49-yard line, 29.7 seconds left in the first half.
They're funny. The ones that they're supposed to catch, they let go. You see that a lot.
Milo House heading into the offensive huddle. Nathaniel Robin coming to the sideline. Two wide receivers in the formation, Gustafson and House. Play action. Brousseau's first pass attempt of the game. Near sideline. House is wide open. Has the catch. Inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Yep. Just a nice little flood concept. Got the vertical on the outside, the out on the inside. What's up, Bibbs?
Ball spotted at the 28-yard line, at the 28. So that is a pickup of 21.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. Jay Bibby came by from Strategia, handing off some new T-shirts for us, Jared. Look at this. Wow.
Love it. Free swag. Can't get enough of it. Brousseau 1 for 1 on the season as the timeout stops the clock at 21.2 seconds left.
He's doing a good job, Jay, with Strategia. They do a lot of behind-the-scenes work with these hype videos through the season. He's got multiple hype videos that are coming out. You know, the kids love it. It's, you know, he spends hours doing that stuff. Jay Bibby at Strategia.
Nice little dry fit shirt.
Yeah.
Have that on at the gym every couple days. I love that.
I think he gave me an XL, too. Oh.
First down and 10.
Back fitting in an XL, that's always a good sign.
Casey flips sides of the formation. I formation, Brousseau. Inside give on the mixed direction to Robin. Robin hops over one tackler inside the 20 to the 16-yard line.
Toss counter back to the boundary. That play's been huge tonight.
15 seconds. North is going to turf the ball to stop the clock with 11.5 seconds. So unfortunately for Brousseau, he's now 1 for 2.
Connor Casey doing a great job on that kick out, kicking out the end man on the line of scrimmage and that toss counter.
12-yard pickup. Brousseau have to give him an incompletion there on the spike, so he's now 1 for 2. And that moves the football back. Oh, actually right at the line of scrimmage at the 16. Looking for the tight end here.
They got two of them. Casey, Goyette, both lined up at tight end.
Play action, Brousseau over towards the tight end, and that's over the head of the intended target, but a penalty flag coming as there was early contact from Drevin McNeil. 0.6 seconds left. It's another penalty for Brockton.
I think Connor knew it too on the release. He was looking at the ref like, what is that?
It's be holding or pass interference, waiting for a signal. And it is pass interference. So it moves the football to the spot of the foul to the 8-yard line, 2nd down and 2. So from the 8-yard line, Brousseau under center, play action, rolling right, and he turfs it. Potentially had Gustafson there coming open in the back of the end zone.
It's like Casey and Gustafson with the targets there. Casey running the short flat route. Gus back in the end zone on the crossing. No boot action.
Does leave 0.9 seconds left on the clock.
Boot action is always a good call in the red zone.
And the field goal unit brought on. So a 24-yard field goal. Brousseau with the hold. It's a bouncing snap. Bobbled. Brousseau is going to get cleared out, and it's picked up, but a dead ball on the change of hands. So Xavier Cologne makes one of the bigger plays of the first half for Brockton, and the first real mistake from North Attleboro as the snap was low and short of Brousseau. But that's really the only thing that went wrong for North Attleboro. 4 scores in the first half, all on the ground. They've been running the football at will to this 28-0 margin. We'll step away for a moment. We'll be back with the Wealthbridge Legacy Partners halftime show here on North TV. Week 1 of football underway.
Hi, I'm Josh Paradise of Wealthbridge Legacy Partners, and here are some keys to winning financial planning. On offense, meet with an advisor to develop a solid financial game plan for accumulation in the first half, as well as income during your financial playoffs and retirement. On defense, huddle up with your advisor to review your insurance coverages and determine what strategies you can take advantage of to reduce taxes and keep more of your assets working for your team. Wealthbridge Legacy Partners, proud supporters of local athletics.
Paul and Nancy Bellum, owners of Bell's Powder Coating, are dedicated to the community and proud to be a presenting sponsor of North TV sports coverage. Bell's is an industry leader in electrostatic powder coating, a process that is environmentally green. Turning out 50 to 100,000 pieces per week, Bell's is one of the area's top companies. They're proud of their on-time delivery and quick turnaround. No job is too large, no job is too small, and their quality is second to none. Bell's Powder Coating, North Attleboro. Asian's Garage has been serving the North Attleboro area for over a century. Asians provides 24-hour friendly towing and roadside assistance to get you back on the move. From lockouts to blowouts to dead batteries, they're your local AAA representative. Take care of your Massachusetts state inspections without taking out a chunk of your day. Asian's Garage, more than a century of service to the North Attleboro area. W.H. Riley & Son has been delivering premium fuels for nearly 150 years. They also install boilers, furnaces, and water heaters that you can depend on. Today's heating systems use the latest technology, enabling them to be smaller but much more efficient than the equipment that used to occupy our basements. Let W.H. Riley's trained technicians install a heating system and give you peace of mind during our cold New England winters. Rely on Riley for all your heating needs.
Welcome into the Wealthbridge Legacy Partners halftime show. Josh Paradise and his team at Wealthbridge Legacy Partners are proud to support local sports coverage on North TV. Wealthbridge can bring you a personal game plan that will help you achieve financial success. And they now have a new office in Attleboro. So offices in East Greenwich, Rhode Island, and Attleboro. So Anthony, a big first half for the Red Rocketeers, 28-0, 4 rushing touchdowns. We've seen some new faces. We've seen some old faces between Frankie Strachan and Nathaniel Robin, but everything going right on both sides of the ball for the home side.
Yeah, I mean, the keys that Brockton needed to do was they had to win the trenches, force mistakes, and control the game. And North Attleboro's flipped the script on them, Jared. They're doing everything. They're doing all those three things, and they're controlling the line of scrimmage, which it's good to see. It's fresh to see these new faces pop and see who's going to contribute and kind of get a feel for what the season's going to look like, even though I do think they're going to have to make some necessary changes next week against KP.
Again, KP coming into town next week. Just looking back quickly at North Attleboro's scoring drives or how they've scored. Their first possession of the game, they went 60 yards on the ground. It was a Nathaniel Robin 13-yard touchdown run to open up the scoring 7-0. They follow that up with their second drive, 61 yards total, 61 on the ground. Another Robin touchdown, this time from 18 yards out. PAT on both occasions, converted by Torres to make it 14-0. Third possession, almost a carbon copy, 79 total yards on the drive, 60 yards on the ground. They were aided by 20 yards of penalties by Brockton, which has been a problem for the visitors. That drive capped off by a 23-yard Dylan Brousseau touchdown run. And then probably the play of the night so far was the Ryan Thompson interception return for a touchdown as Semedo threw it right into his gut, and Thompson rumbled in from about 30 yards out to make it 28-0. North nearly scored at the end of the first half as well. Tried to settle for the PAT but couldn't convert. But it has been impressive stuff, Anthony, and like you said, it tested a little bit more next week, but still a big second half coming up. If you're Brockton and you're facing a 4-score deficit, what would you be telling your guys here at the break?
Don't worry about the score. Don't worry about the scoreboard. One play at a time. Try to get something going. You want to build something for next week, have something positive going into next week's game. You know, if they can get 1 or 2 scores back in the third quarter, that would be a huge win. But, you know, they need to get something going offensively, and obviously North Attleboro doing a great job of bracketing Mighty and taking him out of the game.
Yep.
That's exactly what Coach Strachan wanted to do. That was a key to their success tonight, and they're able to do that. So what's Brockton going to do now? Are they going to try to get the ball to him, or are they going to try to look elsewhere?
Marcio Semedo under center, 4 for 8 with an interception in the ballpark of 30 passing yards along with 10 rushing yards. Most of that has come to Malik Dorville, who's the second option in the passing game, another senior, but have, like Anthony mentioned, not able to get the ball to Mighty as he's been double covered. As on your screen, you're getting a look at the visiting Brockton marching band, which almost bigger numbers than the football team. One of the bigger bands that I've seen in the last couple of years as we're midway through the Wealthbridge Legacy Partners halftime show. And with a recap of the first half and the band in the books, we'll be back in a moment with second half action here from Beaupre Field. You're watching live on North TV. The football season's underway here in 2025 and looking good for the home side. More action coming up in just a moment. Back here from Beaupre Field, second half action upcoming. North with a 28-0 lead. Rushing attack, picking up where it left off from last season for the Red Rocketeers. 4 scores all on the ground. Nearly scored late in the first half as well. Really would have been a cherry on top for the home side. A lot. I didn't expect this tonight, Anthony. This has been an impressive first half of football from the Red Rocketeers. See if they can carry it over here into the second half.
I mean, you're looking at the score, you're saying 28-0, and, you know, is it North Attleboro being this good right now, which is what you want, or is it, on the flip side, Brockton being just not as good and, bad? Yeah. So, I hope it's the former, not the latter, but.
Yeah, I mean, this was a 500 team last year in Brockton, a playoff team. Obviously ran into the juggernaut that is Zavarian in the first round of the Division I playoffs.
I mean, it's good that they got back to the playoffs last year after the whole Jermaine Wiggins downturn of the program for that 1 year. I mean, they had a losing record, number one, but, he left after one season. There was a lot of chaos going on. Jailson Silver comes in, was under that staff, comes in as his first year last year, second year head coach, and he's trying to restore culture, stability, and a family-type atmosphere to the Brockton football program. And, it's going to take some time, I mean, it's a huge school. He's still trying to get numbers out. He's got plenty of athletes. They got to start, working together as a unit, and that'll happen as the season progresses.
I believe this is year 4, if I remember correctly, of the Mike Strachan era. Has made it deep into the playoffs all 3 of the previous seasons and trying to make it 4 for 4 here in 2025. I wonder if you polled people around the community, around the greater football community in the area, what they would have thought the record or what this season would look like for North Attleboro. And again, it's one half of football, but this is again not what people expected would be my guess. Yeah. As De Silva will kick off.
When we talked about the various keys to victory, North Attleboro's they're 5 for 5 right now. I mean, they're winning first down, they're controlling the trenches, they're controlling the line of scrimmage. They're going after the depth of Brockton. This second half's going to be harder for them because they got so many guys playing both ways. They've eliminated Mighty from the offense, and they got some good special teams plays going on right now. I mean, a defensive touchdown was huge.
So the touchback will bring the football out to the 20-yard line for North's 5th drive of the game. On the touchback, and just looking back at the first half, North, 22 plays of offense, 233 yards, 212 on the ground, 21 through the air. Brockton, 18 plays, 39 yards, 16 rushing yards, 23 passing yards. So pretty big delta there between the two offenses. Over 190 yards difference in total offense. North started a drive from their own 21 that resulted in a touchdown. Trying to do it from the 20 here as the toss sweep off the right side, and Nathaniel Robin breaks a tackle. It's going to be a foot race. Can Drevin McNeil cut the angle? He cannot. Oh, he just gets a piece of Robin, who breaks the tackle, and he's inside the 5 to the 3.
Wow, you saw him turn on the jets there. That kid's got some serious wheels.
That is the home run hitting ability that Nathaniel Robin has. Great blocking up front, one-on-one on the outside. Good angle taken by Drevin McNeil as that carry is down to the 4-yard line.
You got Frankie Strachan. You got Thompson lead blocking on the edge for him. Toss sweep.
76-yard carry. Give to Strachan, and he'll find pay dirt for his first touchdown of the season. In from 4 yards, 2 plays, 80 yards covered, and North Attleboro now up 34-0.
Lead power left. Goyette blocking down. Got a nice kick out by Thompson. You know, Thompson's a good-sized kid, too. I mean, you get Thompson, Casey, you get Frankie Lee blocking for Robin. I mean, come on. That's a dream for Nate Robin.
Torres' PAT up. And it is good. 35-0 North Attleboro. That only took 38 seconds into the third quarter as Strachan, thunder and lightning tonight. Robin and Strachan combined for 80 yards on the drive.
You know, a lot of teams will pull that backside guard a lot on those power plays. North Attleboro's keeping them home, which I like. It's unique to them, but you know it doesn't create a void in the line. So now no linemen or no linebackers can blitz and get through that gap and possibly make a play. That's the benefit of keeping that backside guard home on those lead powers like that.
North now up to 292 rushing yards. Still at the 21 passing yard mark. As the return, some room right through the middle of the field. Breaking tackles and spinning and twisting is Kavion Burke. And Kavion Burke brings that out to the 35-yard line. And the total yards for North Attleboro now up to...
If you're going to put a drive together for Brockton, this is the time right now.
313 total for North Attleboro. 6th drive of the game for Brockton coming up. This is reminiscent of the Linfield game last year with the total yards and ground total put up by the Red Rocketeers. Semedo in the shotgun.
You get a 3-by-1 look here for Brockton. They're going more spread. I like the bunch look. Bunch open, one back. Big fan of bunch.
Semedo goes down and turning the edge.
Casey.
Connor Casey back to the 30-yard line. That's a loss of 5.
Senior captain Connor Casey working hard on the edge there. He's going up against number 65 for Brockton, Alexander Muhammad, 6'4", 265, and was able to get good leverage, good technique on him and beat him on the outside.
First sack of the game for either team. Couldn't tell if that was, their body types are so similar and the jerseys are bunched up. Couldn't tell if that was 8 or 9 there on the sack, but it is Casey.
Again, back to that bunch look. Well, a little bit more spread here.
They're going to tighten. Actually, they're going to, they're trying to get aligned here as Burke is going to flip to the outside of the formation. Mighty's going to move into the slot. Mighty with the out and up. Semedo flushed out of the pocket over the middle. Burke is wide open. Has the first down. Makes a couple of Red Rocketeers miss across midfield the first time. The Boxers will be in North Attleboro territory to the 44-yard line.
The ability of Macedo, the ability of the Brockton quarterback to extend plays is why that play worked right there. Having that mobility to move around, find an open area in the pocket, and then keep your eyes downfield as you got your slots and your receivers opening up.
So that's a 24-yard completion. Actually, excuse me, that is
biggest play of the night for
27-yard completion.
I mean, I like the pace that they're going at right now. They should have did this earlier in the first half, though.
First down and 10. Semedo's going to hand it to Montero, and Montero stacked up at the line of scrimmage by Connor Casey. Haven't been able to establish the run tonight. Yeah, give him a 1-yard pickup.
Casey,
Second
Rivera,
and 9.
Thompson all in on that play. Custodio.
The season started very similarly. Last year on the road up at Lynn English.
Oh, that was Old Mixon, not Custodio.
North put up a ton of total yards, especially on the ground, and then they came back here in week 2 against Linfield and did something similar, which was the start of an exciting season.
It's impressive. Old Mixon, sophomore, playing both ways right now. D-line and O-line. I like it.
Second down and 9. Semedo, clean pocket. He drilled after he threw it and out of the hands of Burke.
That was a catchable ball.
Yeah, he put that on the money and took one right. I think that was Custodio back there, right in his kitchen.
The ability of this quarterback to still throw accurate passes under pressure is pretty impressive. What about you, Jared? But me and you were catching that ball on that seam route right there. Right?
You might. I got hands of stone. As Custodio going to be subbed out on this third down and long.
Those hands of stone won't be tomorrow, though. We get be
soft mitt check tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Soft mitt check, 2 days. Oh boy, early morning tomorrow.
Got to make sure the mosquito guy's ready to go.
3rd and 9. Well, we might have to get a pregame pep talk tomorrow from Coach Strachan if he can wake up. We'll be shot out of a cannon.
2x2 look for Brockton.
And Semedo short to the wide side of the field. That one off the mark, uncharacteristic as he was looking for Derek Exelis.
I don't mind that, but you got to get to the chains. It's 3rd down. They're running a hitch route to that short side of the field. I mean, he's going to run the hitch. He's got to get to the chains.
So 4th down in plus field position, you got to go for it here in the gray area, especially when you're down by 35. It's a chance if you give the football up here, you might not get it back in the quarter.
This is where North's got to worry about, the ability of the quarterback to extend plays now,
Their pass rush has looked pretty good. I don't know if it's
their
personnel or some offensive line issues early in the season for Brockton, but they have been
I think it's a little bit of both.
Been all around Semedo tonight. They're going to go bunch to the short side of the field. That was a false start. The receiver moved upfield to reposition there. Over the middle towards Burke, in and out of his hands and incomplete. Defended by Gustafson.
Another accurate pass, though. Good defense right there.
There is a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
They're going to get Gustafson here, I think.
Yeah, an eligible man downfield, so
okay.
It'll be declined, and it'll be a turnover on downs with exactly 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
3-6.
So that was a 6-play drive, and for the first time tonight, Brockton did make it into North Attleboro territory. .22 yards of total offense. And North Attleboro going to go back to their big formation here. No receivers split out.
Power eye look.
This would be 23 personnel, right? Give off the left side to Robin. Robin across midfield, breaks a tackle, and thrown to the turf at the 45-yard line. The drive started at the North 42.
For the viewers at home, 23 personnel, 2 tight ends, 3 backs, 23. That's why you get that.
Robin picks up the first down into Brockton territory where North has pretty much been living.
Got some good matchups going on tonight. Foxborough, East Longmeadow tonight at Foxborough. We got
It's a long way for East Longmeadow to go for first game of the year.
KP, Walpole's a big one tonight.
So that was an 11-yard pickup for Robin. Another first down on the ground for North.
Forgot who Mansfield had. I looked.
So we've got some cramping here in the third quarter from a Brockton player.
Yeah, a lot of cramping at the beginning of the season. You got to get that on these warm, muggy nights. Between the cramping and the nervous, the jitters.
Yeah, it's
get a lot of that week one.
should be, well, midway through the first half, maybe the way KP plays all the way through the first half of the other game on North TV tonight, which again is KP hosting Walpole, running currently on the community channel.
You know, Brockton in a situation, they're trying to rebuild, second-year coach. They always got a tough strength of schedule, though. I mean, D1, they're playing more and more Hockomock teams, it seems like, more so than ever. I mean, besides North Attleboro, the last couple of years have been playing Franklin a lot. Just trying to get the program back to where it was. It's going to take time.
Ball at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. And North already using the play clock, trying to melt time off of the game clock. They give it to Strachan right up the middle, across the 40. Actually, right at the 40. So a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up.
Got some big hunkers in there right now. 74 playing the nose. It's down.
This is what North did to Mansfield at the end of the Super Bowl. They just ran it straight up the middle, play after play, and it actually frustrated some of the Mansfield coaches who are underneath us.
Oh, big time.
That game will be coming up on October 24th here from Beaupre Field. And then I think the game after that is the very, very testy and heated rivalry matchup with Foxborough.
It was 238 yards to 26 on the ground in the Super Bowl. You believe that?
It's unbelievable.
North Attleboro pounded them that bad.
Strachan,
238 to 26.
off the right side, has a first down with the pirouette across the 35 to the 33.
They're going to be looking for some payback this year, no doubt about it. You know, is KP next week going to be, are they going to have a blueprint going into that game to force North Attleboro to deviate from their comfort zone? You know, I mean, that's going to be the big question mark for next week with KP. I mean, if there's going to be a team that's going to do it right off the bat, it's going to be them. And it's going to be interesting to see if they're capable of it, number one, but how North Attleboro responds. You know, do they try to maybe open it up a little bit more? Are they going to have as much success on the run, you know, in the run game?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an update on high school sports from around the Hockomock League and around the area. At halftime, the score is Kent 14.
I mean, one of the positives I saw out of the first half is what they're doing with Trevor Goyette, using him as a lead blocker.
Well, KP Walpole, 0-0.
And Casey.
Canton up 14.
Thompson.
Canton up 14-0 right now over Franklin. That was one of the few losses last year for North Attleboro here against the Bulldogs.
I know.
That's a team that I think is quietly positioned for a good year. I believe it was a split of the Davenport last year between North and Canton, if I remember correctly. It was a long time ago. Strachan.
They were sneaky good last year, Canton.
Just looks like
low-scoring game. I remember that game. Low scoring. Frankie with a cramp. He's cramping up. He's going to be all right, though. He's going to straighten that leg out. hydrate up. He's definitely down some. He's coming into the season in much better shape. You could tell he worked real hard in the offseason, getting after it with Coach Hughes, showing up, running the workouts, leading by example like a senior captain does.
First down and 10. Ball at the 32-yard line, 6:06 left in the third quarter. Toss sweep off the left side, and it's going to depend on the spot. That was Breckton on the carry, and it looks like it's going to be spotted at the 31, so it's a pickup of 1 yard.
Just another reliable senior for North Attleboro.
There is a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
Smart kid, smart player, plays the overhang on defense.
And they're going to pick up the penalty flag. So it will be second down and 9.
Be interesting to see how Fan does tonight against Severian.
Yeah, that should be a pretty good one. I couldn't get on Twitter at halftime.
Fan trying to compete with the big boys there. Gotta love it. Gotta like that. 2 privates, though. 2 privates going against each other.
Brousseau, naked keeper, trying to turn the corner, and we have a penalty flag in the backfield as Brousseau does have the first down, but with where that penalty flag came from, I think it's going to be a holding on Trevor Oldmixon. Halftime 20 minutes ago in that Fian-Xaverian game, 28-7 Xaverian.
Wow.
Yeah. Tough one for the Shamrocks, where that used to be the first game of the year.
I think we got a broadcast coming up at Fan at some point. I think we got the BC High game.
Yeah, there's a Saturday game.
Yeah,
that
Saturday matinee.
Mark will be doing.
I think it's Mark.
October 4th.
Me and Mark and Ethan.
So from the line of scrimmage, we'll move back. From the 31, we'll move back 10 to the 41-yard line, and it'll be second down and 19. First penalty of the game for North Attleboro. First time that North has been behind schedule and behind the chains tonight.
Taking their time, which is they should. No rush. Make sure everybody's lined up. Get back to fundamentals. Get back to basics right now. I like this duo, Casey and Thompson. You got to love that duo. They work so well together.
Breckton with another carry trying to turn the corner, and he's dragged down on the edge. That's a nice tackle made by Cologne.
That's a good job by Ryan out in space. He's just got to stay on that block, though. Stay on it a little longer.
It's a 5-yard pickup.
Bang, right there. Bang, stay on him.
As that's Breckton with his second carry of this possession. And third down and 14 coming up for North Attleboro. Just one pass attempt, one downfield pass attempt, a spike, and another turf before the half. So Brousseau 1 for 3 right now, 21 yards passing.
Nice play that they completed. So, enough run. That flood concept was wide open to Milo House.
Toss down the left side, big hit
Kenny
from
Jean.
Jared Mighty. That was Kenny Jean on the carry across the 30 to the 28.
Kenny, you got to run with a little lower pad level there, bud. You got to brace yourself for those, absorb that contact.
It was an 8-yard pickup. It's fourth down.
He's got some speed, though. Kenny Jean's got some speed, like his stride.
I formation on 4th down. 4th down and 6 coming up for North Attleboro. And a timeout going to be called.
Little unbalanced look there, too. 4 down linemen to the boundary with a wing. You know, they've done that a few times tonight. If you're Brockton, you're thinking, okay, they're going to run to the strength. But North Attleboro tricked them, ran back to the weak side a couple times to Frank Strachan for some big yardage tonight. That was a nice little wrinkle.
Red Rocketeers next game will be next Friday night as the Red Rocketeers host the Kickoff Warriors.
2 non-league games to start things off right off the bat.
So 4th down, inside handoff. Milo House's first carry of the game, and he has the first down across the 20 to the 15-yard line.
It's a nice run there by Milo, getting north-south after the handoff. That counter play has been a big play tonight. Robbins scored twice earlier on that play. Toss, sweep, fake it, counter back. You got 2 linemen pulling in front of you. You know, it's important on that play. You got to get north-south. You can't get east-west. If you get east-west, you're not going to pick up as much yardage. Read the blockers, get upfield.
First and 10. Toss to Gene off the left side. Good blocking, and Gene is going to walk in. Wow. 16-yard touchdown run. Kenny Gene.
Yeah, that was nice. Untouched.
Everybody getting in on the act on the ground tonight.
High and tight. I like how he's holding the rock there. See how it's not loose? High and tight. 5 points of pressure on the football. Fingers, hands, forearm, bicep, chest. Everything's touching.
And the PAT is up, and it is good. 42-0 North Attleboro. That's an 8-play drive for North.
Goyette, pulling out in front there. What a great job by Goyette, 45. Kate Thompson getting on those perimeter players, staying on the block there perfectly. I mean, great job blocking up front for North Attleboro there, getting hats on hats.
.358 rushing yards for North. 358. 21 passing yards.
Real impressed with Goyette tonight, Jared. I'm real impressed with Thompson tonight. I like what they're doing with those 2 athletes.
379 total yards of offense for North tonight. 358 on the ground. I think they did the same last year against Lynn English.
Yes, first game of the year last year. Up in Lynn.
What an awful ride that was. That is.
I mean, I'm coming.
Oh
from,
my God!
I was coming from Stoughton, but I
could have walked. I'm pretty sure I could have walked there faster, as the return is across the 25.
First time I had a good view of Revere Beach. I had never been through Revere Beach before.
I don't know how those people up there do that every day.
There's a deli up in Revere I want to get to. They're supposed to have the best Italian sub in the area.
Ooh,
yeah.
Now you got my attention.
It's always on there. It's on my bucket list. I got to try that at some point.
Well, it better be good if you're driving up that way through that.
I know. I mean, it looks the part, I'll tell you.
First down and 10 for Brockton. Under 2 minutes left in this third quarter. believe it was a running clock game up in Lynn as well last season. As Semedo under pressure and sandwiched by a handful of Red Rocketeers, taken down back at the 20. That's going to be a loss of 3.
Let's see who. Nate Gustafson, number 87, junior. In on that play, along with number 77. I mean, that was North Attleboro's defensive line.
Yeah.
They didn't have to take anyone out. You know, they're getting good push, good rush with just the defensive line. You know, they're looking like they're in a 4-2-5 type look right now.
Semedo's going to stand back in the gun. Second down and 13. Semedo, straight drop over the middle, trying to shoot one up the seam. It's tipped and caught.
Wow.
Kai Francis inside the 20. Very rarely do you see a tip drill play that results in the same team making the catch.
He's a sophomore, Jared, 16, Kai Francis. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Look what I found.
Tip drill. Semedo now 6 for 12.
I think it hit him in the helmet.
So that is going to go for the longest play of the game for Brockton. 65-yard completion.
I'm trying to pad the stats a little bit here.
Wow, what a...
W.H. Riley & Son has been delivering premium fuels for nearly 150 years. They also install boilers, furnaces, and water heaters that you can depend on. Today's heating systems use the latest technology, enabling them to be smaller but much more efficient than the equipment that used to occupy our basements. Let W.H. Riley's trained technicians install a heating system and give you peace of mind during our cold New England winters. Rely on Riley for all your heating needs. Paul and Nancy Bellum, owners of Bell's Powder Coating, are dedicated to the community and proud to be a presenting sponsor of North TV sports coverage. Bell's is an industry leader in electrostatic powder coating, a process that is environmentally green. Turning out 50 to 100,000 pieces per week, Bell's is one of the area's top companies. They're proud of their on-time delivery and quick turnaround. No job is too large, no job is too small, and their quality is second to none. Bell's Powder Coating, North Attleboro.
Fourth quarter here from Beaupre Field, 42-0 North in front. Brockton deep in North Attleboro territory. 2 straight possessions that the Boxers have been on the right side of the 50. Play action boot, man over the middle is open. Burke. It's got enough for the first down inside the 5-yard line. First and goal. North thought Burks fumbled. Nice little play action, boot action for Semedo, who's now 7 for 13 through the air.
Yeah, Brockton in the red zone.
Haven't been able to get the ball to Mighty, but they found Burke, especially in the last few plays, as ball looks like it's spotted at the 3-yard line. It's a 12-yard pickup.
Maybe they can dial up a nice red zone play here. They get, when you're in the red zone, you want traffic action, leverage, and matchups to go your way. So maybe they can dial something up. Take advantage of these outside receivers. Empty set here, 5 wide.
Design quarterback run.
Possibly. This kid can run. Yep.
Semedo off the right.
You called it, Jared.
Sometimes
I like the call.
Sometimes this guy knows what he's talking about. 3-yard run for Semedo into the end zone.
You spread the defense out. You think, they're thinking you're going to throw the ball. You've been throwing it all night on this drive. Nice little QB draw. You can base block it. You can fold a guard up, run behind the guard. Various ways you can do it.
It was a 77-yard drive total there, as De Silva will be on for the PAT. And the kick is up, and De Silva able to get that up and through to make it 42-7. The big play was the 65-yard pass, but 77 total yards passing on that drive. And Tomato finishes the drive with the 3-yard touchdown run. Look, it was good defense on the long play. Just got a little unlucky with the bounce, or a little lucky if you're on the Brockton side. Something to take home with you.
Yeah, something positive to build on for next week. That's exactly what they needed.
And that was a 65-yard completion from Tomato.
Kids are feeling a little good about themselves.
Yeah.
Well,
that's 2 drives in a row that they've made their way into North Territory, and now they get on the scoreboard. And practice is still not going to feel great next week. Film review over the weekend's not going to feel great, but it's a little bit better knowing you've got some points on the scoreboard. De Silva's got a pretty good leg as well for the Boxers. De Silva. Kick's going to be fielded by Landon Farrow. And Farrow's across the 25 to the 27-yard line.
Kind of run. He's got a running style, sort of similar. It looked like to Brady Paradise, doesn't he? Kind of reminded me of Brady Paradise a little bit. Another one of the senior captains from last year gone, Brady Paradise.
Key cog on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Just thinking back to the previous 3 years under Coach Strachan, 3 playoff appearances, has made it to the second round in at least all of those. Semifinal in his first season, a loss against Wakefield. That was at Milford High School, and then a second round appearance in year 2. Went out to West Springfield and then got a win there in the first round before losing to a very good Milford team at Milford. And then obviously last year, punching the ticket all the way to the Super Bowl win. Beat Reading Memorial in the semifinal in a big game. That was a 1 seed versus a 4 seed.
And that's when we really got a good idea of, because Ryan Bannon still, they coasted through the playoffs. He hadn't come back yet. And we saw a lot of that truck formation with Clemente Lee blocking. That was such a huge wrinkle for that game against Reading.
That's going to be a false start. So second penalty on the North offense. I think I saw Ryan Bannon listed as a defensive lineman for Georgetown, probably playing defensive end.
The nice thing that Ryan's got going for him is the size. He's 6'3". He's big enough to play up there, up front.
His brother Tyler playing at Stonehill. I believe he's an outside linebacker for the Skyhawks. Division I Stonehill, Division I Georgetown. That's pretty good genes. Coach Bannon still on staff. I actually think Tyler might be on the sideline there with the white sweatshirt on as Gene. Ooh, turf monster.
Tripped up on his own.
Picks up 1.
Kenny Gene.
Second down and 9 coming up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Tyler. Must be a home game tomorrow for Stonehill. Not far from here in Easton. Members of the NEC conference.
I would assume he's probably getting in there this year up there at Stonehill, if not starting at this point.
Yeah, they host Lafayette tomorrow. Both teams 0-1. Pretty nice stadium there at Stonehill.
Yeah,
we did
it
a
is.
game there
When I was
4 or 5
coaching
years
at
ago.
Stoughton, when we were going through the field
That's where- yep.
renovation, the new school, our home games were at Stonehill at WB Mason Field there for a few years. It was nice.
It's going to be a 1-yard loss for Gene as he was stacked up in the backfield by a handful of Boxers. So a 1-yard gain for Gene and a 1-yard loss as we go back to the 22-yard line.
Good fight. We can see Brockton fighting still, playing to the whistle despite being down 42-7. 5 minutes left in the ball game. They're still playing to the whistle. You gotta love that as a coach. You know, again, something to build on. Makes the film a little bit more enjoyable to watch when you're going over the pros and the cons.
Yeah, and you know this is just game one, and you can't read too much into it if you're Brockton. This was a tough team, didn't go your way tonight. But you really only need to win 3, 4, 5 games to make it into the postseason, as we'll see a toss sweep to Gene off the right side. Nearly lost the handle. Wrapped up in the open field by Mighty at the 25-yard line. So that's going to be a pickup of 3. And North will punt the football away for the first time tonight.
Almost lost the ball there, but regathered it, Kenny.
You were saying Coach Strachan keyed in on special teams. I think he's going to be happy to have a look at this special teams unit.
Yeah, he spends a lot of. He's real prepared during the week with specials. No doubt about it. He makes sure he's got a pump block in, he's got a fake in, he's got all his bases covered, all his T's crossed, his I's dotted.
Plenty of kickoff returns on the game. Couple of kickoffs, or plenty of kickoffs. A couple of kickoff returns, a field goal attempt, and now you're going to have a punt attempt. So
But they did have that snap snafu that
and
they
so
got to work on.
You always look for something in the film room you can point out, and that will certainly be one of them. Is clean snap, and the punt is driven away. I believe that was Torres, kicker / punter, and that will bounce to the 49-yard line.
Those are the unforced errors you don't want to make next week against a KP. So you got to clean that up this week.
3 plays, 3 total yards of offense, so the 5-yard penalty put North behind the chains. And with 2:43 and counting left in this contest, Anthony, and the 8th drive for Brockton coming up, good time to get your final thought or your closing thought on this first game, your overall. It was a good one for North. What did you like in this contest?
I liked what they did personnel-wise with Goyette and Thompson. I thought they popped tonight, especially blocking. I like
Samato's going to go down there.
2 sophomores with Ferro and Old Mixon looked good tonight on the offensive line. You know, they got a long way to go yet, but they looked like they were playing well as a unit tonight. You know, with Rivera being the leader and kind of making that gel together. I think there's a lot of room for improvement still, but up front they looked really well. I mean, those 5 keys to victory, they won every one of them. I'm telling you, winning first down, controlling the trenches, attacking Brockton's depth. They eliminated Mighty tonight. That was huge. We didn't say his name all night, I don't think. And then, besides the snap snafu on the special teams, I mean, they accomplished all those keys to victory. So there's a lot to build on going into next week.
2nd and 17 snap for Samato. Gets away from the pressure. He's going to tuck it down and run, and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 10 coming up.
I think the big question mark for next week against KP is if KP shuts down the run game, how does North Attleboro respond? Okay? So much of their pass game last year was off the play fake. Are they going to be able to do that again? So that's going to be the interesting key for next week, I think, and what I'm going to look forward to seeing.
The last I heard, it was a tie ball game between Walpole and KP, and the Warriors will be coming not far from Rentham here to Beaupre Field next Friday night. Week 2 matchup should be a good one as North just a couple of snaps, maybe one snap away from a 1-0 start, 42-7. As Semedo will drop deep to the 40, hangs in the pocket, has time over the middle, and that's complete. That looks like either number 6 or 16. It is Mighty on the catch. 18 seconds and counting. Ball's going to be spotted at the 32-yard line. Over 350 yards of total offense tonight for North Attleboro, 361. Last snap of the game at the feet of Semedo is going to roll to his right. Looking, firing deep towards the back of the end zone and out of the back, even though it was caught in North Attleboro. We'll start 1-0 this year, 42-7. As the Bell's Powder Coating family of companies, thanks you for tuning in. As the final score in this one, North 42, Brockton 7. For everyone at North TV, for Anthony Peary, I'm Jared Ware. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your evening.